So a breakthrough, let's redefine it again. It's a moment in time when everything changes. When what seemed impossible becomes truly possible, and most importantly, you act on it. It's not just a thought. You do something with it. So my second question would be, if we want to have a breakthrough, a real transformation, real change, then the question is, what can make a breakthrough possible? And the answer is, it can be triggered by all kinds of things. It can be triggered by a conversation with a friend. It can be triggered by a loss. Who's ever had some big loss and it finally just pissed you off enough or pushed you enough that you just said never again and made a big change? Who's done this? Here, make some noise, right? It could come because of that loss, or because of it, you got a new insight. It could come from having a new experience. I can think of some times in my life where I didn't even think was possible, and then I got around people who are living life so much better than I was, and I saw what was possible, and it triggered me to start to think what's possible, started me on transformation towards a breakthrough. A new challenge can make you break through because it's so difficult, you have to break through. A new emotion can break you through. It can be pissed off or excited. A new strategy can create a breakthrough. So here's what I want to know. I want to do this real fast. I want you, if you would, jot down answer to these three questions real fast. I want you to say, what's been a breakthrough you've done in your life before? A situation where you struggled for a long time, and then yet somehow you finally broke through. So what was an area you created a breakthrough in? That's the first question. Second question is, what was it about that moment that made you finally triggered you to make the change a must, not a should? Because you may have had lots of times where you said, I really should change this, I really ought to change this, maybe even started to. But what was different about that moment? What made you really change in that moment? Was it a new emotion? Was it a new experience? Was it a new example, meeting somebody? Was it something you read? Was it something you did? Was it a move? What was it? Was it an event? And then the third question is, really, what made that change last? What made it possible? Was it a new belief? Like suddenly you began to believe something different than before? Or was it, was it possibly a new emotion? More excitement, more drive, or more pissed off? And finally you said no more? Was it a new insight? Did you get a new strategy? You went, okay, I can see how to do this for the first time. I can really get it done. So real fast. And if you want to, you can put it in the chat because I'd love to see it if you want to share it. What's an area you struggled with for years? You created a breakthrough. What in the moment made you, what about that day, that moment pushed you over the edge? And then what made it possible? Change in belief, change emotions, a new strategy, a new insight. And how is your life better today because of this breakthrough? How's your life totally better? How did it change your life for the better? I'll put a little music on. We'll just take 2 minutes to write as fast as you can. I see Michelle saying it was a new insight that did it. I see Terry.